एक कश्मीरी पंडित हूं। भारतीयता की भावना का सच्चे मन से विश्वास करने वाला इस देश का एक शांतिपूर्ण, अहिंसक, धर्मनिरपेक्ष, शिक्षित, कानून का आदर करने वाला देशभक्त नागरिक।
What about the women of the Kashmiri Pandits, the Kashmiri Pandit refugees? Nobody really cared about those women. What happened to their children? They lived in refugee camps. Did anybody try to rehabilitate them? I say anybody. I don't necessarily say you, he, me, anybody. Did anybody try to rehabilitate these women? Look at the suffering they've gone through. I do not want to only generalize about women and talk about women as a whole. We all know about what women in India suffer. But these are particular things that need attention, and I feel my first time I'm speaking in Parliament as an Indian citizen, as a citizen of Punjab, I need to bring this to the attention of the House.
पिछले 20 साल से 93 में पहली बार मैंने ऑल इंटरनेशनल कश्मीरी कॉन्फ्रेंस में दिल्ली में भाग लिया था और अपनी पहली स्पीच दी थी। उन दिनों सैटेलाइट चैनल और सोशल मीडिया इतने पावरफुल नहीं थे, इतनी रीच नहीं थी, तो शायद लोगों तक नहीं पहुँचे। मगर अगर आप गूगल सर्च करें तो मेरी पहली स्पीच 1993 में दिल्ली में इंटरनेशनल कश्मीरी पंडित एसोसिएशन की कॉन्फ्रेंस में हुई थी।
आपका मुद्दा है, देश का मुद्दा, आपका लगाव भी इस मुद्दे से समझ में आता है। क्या आपको लगता है कि इस मुद्दे को आप जिस तरीके से उठा रहे हैं, इस वजह से आप पाकिस्तान की नजरों में छू रहे हैं?
सच का मुद्दा उठाएं और अगर उसके वजह से किसी को परेशानी हो तो मैं क्या कह सकता हूँ। कश्मीरी पंडितों का मुद्दा तो सच है। पिछले 3-4 साल में मीडिया ने बहुत हेल्प की है कश्मीरी पंडितों के मुद्दे को उठाने की। मेरा एक जो हमारे आज की जनरेशन को पता ही नहीं थी कि क्या हुआ था कश्मीरियों के साथ, इसलिए मैंने वो वीडियो बनाया जो वायरल हुआ, जिसमें मैंने पूरी कहानी बताई है। बट वो तो सच्चाई है कि 4 लाख कश्मीरी पंडितों को अपने ही घरों से खदेड़ के बाहर निकाल दिया गया और इसकी पहली चिल्लाहट जो थी वो 19 जनवरी 1990 को हुई थी, जब लोगों के दरवाजे खटखटा के तलवारें लेके। तो उसमें तो क्लैरिटी है। टेररिज्म इन कश्मीर एंड द विक्टिम ऑफ दैट बीइंग कश्मीरी पंडित इज़ अ रियलिटी, उसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। तो ज़िंदगी में बहुत सारे मुकाम ऐसे आते हैं जब आपको समझ में आता है कि सिनेमा और एक्टिंग तो है ही है, मगर उसके अलावा बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जिसके बारे में बात करना है। मेरे लिए तो आसान है, मैं मुंबई में रहता हूँ, मगर जब मैं जम्मू में जाता हूँ शिविरों में तो मुझे फिर लगता है कि इनका मुद्दा मुझे उठाना ज़रूरी है। अगर इस मुद्दे से पाकिस्तान ने मुझे वीज़ा देने से मना किया है तो आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू से। आई एम फीलिंग एज हेल्पलेस एज दोज कश्मीरी पंडित्स लिविंग इन दोज टेंट्स आर। लगता है कि क्या है कि मीडिया, प्रिंट मीडिया, सैटेलाइट मीडिया, सोशल मीडिया बहुत पावरफुल हो गया है और कश्मीरी पंडितों की जो प्रताड़ना है, जो उनका दुख है, जो उनकी तकलीफ़ है, वो उसको 26 साल लग गए लोगों तक पहुंचाने में। बट कोई बात नहीं, सहनशीलता हम में कश्मीरी पंडितों में बहुत है, बिकॉज जिस तरह का व्यवहार हमारे साथ हुआ है, अपने देश में हमको रिफ्यूजी बना दिया गया है। तो आई थिंक जो बात मन से कही गई है, जो मैंने उस वीडियो में मन से कही है 26 साल की एग्जाइल की, वो क्योंकि सत्य है और मैंने देखी है, महसूस की है, वो लोगों के मन को कहीं छुई है, इसलिए हर किसी ने उसको शेयर किया है। एंड मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि अगले आने वाले समय में हम ज़रूर वापस कश्मीर जाएंगे।
After having emerged as the most vocal supporter of their interests in recent times, one would think Anupam Kher must be a hero for Jammu and Kashmir's Kashmiri Pandit Association. Remember this hard-hitting video where he talked about the brutality meted out the community 3 decades ago when they were forced out of the valley? It's just one of many times he's used his status as a celebrity to speak about the community. But a body representing the community is still to be impressed. The association, Kashmiri Pandit Sangharsh Samiti, which represents around 6,000 members of the community, thinks Kher is just a clown with political ambitions. Sanjay Tickoo, the president of the organization, who defied the exodus and stayed back in Srinagar, has made some pretty scathing remarks against Kher while talking to DNA. This is after news emerged that Kher is being considered for a Rajya Sabha seat. Tickoo said, Kher does not deserve it, the Rajya Sabha seat, at all. What has he done for the community? There are several other stalwarts who have worked hard for the cause of Pandit community. He has set his eyes for RS seat since last 1 year or so. But during that period he has done more harm. Spewing venom against any community does not fetch anything. Tickoo also challenged Kher to shift with his family to the valley and see the condition for himself. He further told the paper, we rather feel insecure because of his speeches. How Kher can presume that any Indian not holding a tricolour is not a nationalist? Ashok Barn, a well-known lawyer and Samiti member, even called Kher a clown, and said he was wondering whether the president would consider his performances as a clown worthy of a seat in the upper house of parliament. While social media has been abuzz with this criticism of Kher, he hasn't responded to the allegations yet. The jury is out in the open with the cropping up of Anupam Kher's name for the coveted membership of the Rajya Sabha. After choosing 6 names to forward to the president, the BJP is said to be eager to forward loyalist Anupam Kher's name too. Respected for his accomplishments as a character artist, Kher lately has been at the forefront to defend BJP's stand on intolerance debate, be it the return of awards by intellectuals or making Bharat Mata ki Jai as a symbol of true nationalism or patriotism. The BJP perhaps also thinks that his nomination would ease its position within the Kashmiri Pandit community, for which it has hardly been able to deliver what it promised. But Kher's credentials do not bring the same fervor among many Kashmiri Pundits, both in the valley and outside it, to whom DNA spoke to. Sanjay Tickoo, president of Kashmiri Pandit Sangharsh Samiti, KPSS, who resisted exodus and chose to live in Srinagar, sees it as ambition politics playing at its worst. Kher does not deserve it at all. What has he done for the community? There are several other stalwarts who have worked hard for the cause of Pandit community. He has set his eyes for RS seat since last 1 year or so. But during that period he has done more harm. Spewing venom against any community does not fetch anything. Tickoo wonders how Kher can contribute to his existence in hostile conditions in the valley. There are some 6,000–7,000 Hindus in Kashmir Valley. How he is going to increase their morale? We have done it alone so far. We rather feel insecure because of his speeches. How Kher can presume that any Indian not holding a tricolour is not a nationalist? Why does not he shift with family to the valley and see? Did he ever visit my home or any other family? Says Tickoo. Eminent lawyer, Ashok Barn, who had to leave Kashmir in 1990, sees remote chance of Kher getting the Rajya Sabha as his wife is already an MP and he recently got Padma Award. Barn also wonders if President would consider his performances as a clown worthy of eminence. Barn also finds Kher guilty of trying to subvert constitutional provisions on the plans of intolerance propaganda. President nominates eminent people. Does he fit that position of eminence despite trying hard to do so by subverting constitutional provisions? He is trying to masquerade the cause of Kashmiri Pandits, to which he is not connected and does not know anything about. True KPs cannot a party to right-wing politics as it is not there in their ethos, says Barn. For the lawyer, Kher is behaving like an anti-Kashmiri as he often abuses Kashmir in Kashmiri and would a service to the community if he leaves Kashmiri Pandits' fate to be determined by them alone. Famous theatre personality, M.K. Raina, feels sad for Kher for doing things that are quite unbecoming of him. I felt very sad when I saw him lampooning intellectuals. He lampooned great personalities like Krishna Sobti, who is 90 years old, a freedom fighter and a stalwart in her field, when they returned the award. Sahityā Academy is the most respected award for any writer and it is not easy to return it, but he made a mockery of it. I was very upset, it pained me, says Raina. Raina says that if Ka has some dignity left he should not accept the Rajya Sabha post. For his own grace he should refuse it or else he will have to defend the decision all his life, says Raina. Ka, however, has an admirer in Sunil Shakhter, former president of Kashmiri Samiti. He is an India Kashmiri Pandit who was born a KP family, eats Kashmiri food, speaks Kashmiri. His family migrated during the first onslaught on Kashmiri Pundits by the Kabbalists. Many people do not know of that he was the chief guest in first KP World Conference held in Sirifort in 1993-94. He has been espousing Kashmiri cause since then. He has visited Kashmiri camps also. His wife became BJP MP accidentally, it is not his fault, says Shakhter in Ka's defense. Shakhter believes that Ka will espouse their cause in Rajya Sabha. If he speaks about us in RS it is good or else we will criticize him. But as his roots are in Kashmir, I am sure he will fight for our cause, says Shakhter.